New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring. On behalf of the entire prayer team at New Thought Media Network, we thank you for joining us on this broadcast. You can catch New Thought Media Network prayer time at 8:15 a.m. and 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And now, let's center ourselves in the words of Ernest Holmes. We must put meaning and belief into our prayers. It is the meaning and mindfulness that is the nexus from which our words come to life.
Good morning, beloveds, and welcome to another edition of Morning Prayers. I'm your host, Reverend Z, and as always, it's my pleasure to be here with you to start our day with the grace and blessings, if you will, of communicating with the divine. We here at New Thought Media Network are here to help establish a positive day today. And I read something this morning that said, one small positive thought can make a positive difference in your life today. And so as we begin this day, looking for the best that we can do and the best that we can be, we do it with prayer. So I trust everyone is having a great morning so far, and that everything is, as they say, coming up roses. It's beginning to get a little cool here. And as I've been saying for a couple of sessions, that fall is in the air. And so we know that means it's time to go in. It's time to do some inward seeking and some inward searching. Not that we haven't had plenty of time to do that in this current environment we're living in, but now the cycles of the divine are opening that up to us fully right now. And so we are looking at how do we transform our lives yet again as the new season comes in. And so we want to just let that marinate for a minute and say good morning to everyone. We want to say good morning, Cynthia. How are you? Glad you're here. And just saying hello to everyone else who's out there and who's coming in, and those who will join us later. And so I think, right now it's a perfect time in our lives to really contemplate, as we get ready to go into the fall season, to contemplate this idea of ingathering or preparation, which we are looking forward to do in prayer, looking forward to determine how we can speak words of power, how we can speak words of understanding and wisdom and compassion, to rearrange our minds, to rearrange our actions and our attitudes, so that we begin to see life as one complete whole. Not that there is any difference between any part of it, it's just a different aspect of it. Because you see, when we look at the seasons changing, we don't see that as something, as an anomaly, or something that does not have some kind of understanding that we need to do. We look at it as the cycle of life, that we go from one stage to the next stage, and we move forward into this uplifting growth process, just like we are witnessing nature. And so when we can do that with prayer, and by doing that with prayer, what I mean is when we can do that with mindful intention, communication with our words, with our emotions, with our sympathy, with our compassion, with our love and action, At that moment, then we begin to step into the full process of life. And we begin to really understand that life is an ebb and flow. Life is a give and take. And that through that process, we grow, we expand, we enhance ourselves, our minds, and all things around us. And so that's where we are right now when we get this idea of how do we prepare for this new season that's coming? How do we prepare? And I suggest we prepare with prayer, because that will set the stage. Because as I quoted that quote, if you will, this morning, that says one positive thought in the morning can create a positive difference in your life today. And so that's what we want to establish every day. We want to start each day with prayer. We want to start each day with a spoken word that allows us to energize and elevate our minds into a positive direction. And so right here, right now, as we get ready to go into prayer, I would just say, let's just take a deep breath. And as we exhale, we feel that release. We feel that relaxation in our bodies, and some of the tension moving out of our mind. And it is in that kind of a process, as we begin to allow the effortless flow of life to move through us, just like that breath, we begin to realize and understand and acknowledge, and most importantly, engage the power of God. That energetic movement that causes things to change and causes things to evolve and causes things to open up and expand. Because God is us. There is no place where God is not. And because God is a creative, energizing force in the world, we too are creative, energizing forces in the world. And as we flow through life, and as we allow the ebb and flow and the seasons to change, we transform ourselves and our environment into whole new creations. And all of those processes, all of those steps allow us to create a world that allows each and every one of us to take our place, just like in a symphony. And so I know right here, right now, as we embody that idea, as we ingest these words and these ideas about who we are and what we are and the power and creation that we have to stand firmly in the flow of life, I know right now that for each and every one of us on this call, and those who may hear it later, that we are determined to be the best that we can be. We are determined to lead a life that is highlighted by the divine. Because there is no place where we are not effective, or we are not wanted, or we are not able to step in and say, yes, God is here now. Yes, I am here now. Yes. And as things change and we move forward in different aspects and displays of life, if I step forward with words of power, words of prayer, words of encouragement, words of all the things that are good and holy, we do that as representatives of the divine. And so right here, right now, I give thanks. I give thanks for the opportunity to stand tall and to be a force for all of the things that we see going on around us that are ebbing at some of the fabric of who and what we are in this world. So let's give thanks for the opportunity to speak a word to power, to give a helping hand, to allow ourselves and others to stand up and be who we are. Because it is in that Thanksgiving that we celebrate life, that we represent God, and that we create a world that everyone can be involved in and work in. And so right here, right now, I just release these words into the law that takes them and evolves them and create a environment for them to grow, knowing that God has already established that, and all is good. And so it is. Amen. And so it is. Amen. Oh, I'll tell you, there's nothing like good prayer in the morning or in the evening or in the middle of the day that allows the mind and the heart to be established in a place that is open and free and willing to do the work. And so I want to thank everyone for being here this morning, and just want to remind everyone, if there is a prayer that you need prayed on or an idea that you need expanded, please send your prayer request to prayer@ntmedia.org, and someone on the prayer team will pick that up and pray right on it. And if you do that, we will guarantee to pray on it for a week. And please send your donations, tithes, and gifts to the station. We are working hard to create a new environment, a new way of displaying media, and send that to www.paypal.me/New Thought Radio. And as always, I just want to give a continued shout out to those who joined us. I want to say hello to Cynthia again. Thanks for joining us. And good morning, Wayne. Glad you're here. And good morning, Suzanne. And just gracious and grateful that you're here. And so as we look forward to the rest of the week and the programs that we have here at New Thought Media Network, today, please join Eugene Holden for Real Talk. That'll be coming up in a few hours. And I don't know if you heard the last program, but it was outstanding. And so you might want to go back and listen to that one. And I'm not sure who he has on today, but I'm sure it's going to be, as they say, a stone cold blast. So please check that out. We also have coming up some programs. We have this one coming up, Mystic Writers Hangout, where as they say, you don't have to be a mystic, nor do you have to be a writer. You just have to be steeped in the idea of uncovering some of the mysteries of the creation. And so that's another program. It's coming up. So please join us for that. And in October, we have a course coming up, exploring the mental equivalent, or exploring your mental equivalent. So please, that's in October. It goes from October 1st to October 24th, 5 sessions. It's going to be a really good class to help you get the equivalence of what it is to be in life and take things and expand beyond what is seen. So please join us for that. And I guess that, we're in a good place right now. We've set a positive thought for today that will help direct us to go forward for the rest of the day. We are now primed, as they say, ready to go and ready to allow the Spirit of God to move in all aspects of our lives. And so as we do that, let's do it with a smile on our face. Let's not let anything that is not uplifting, not that those things don't exist. We know they exist. We see them every day. But I can still meet them with a smile and an energy of creativity and transformation, so that I know my prayers and my words and my actions creates this new way of being in life. And so I just want to once again say thank you for being here. And as always, if you enjoyed this or you got some benefit, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend to join us. And we look forward to being with you again soon. And as always, I wish you peace and love, light and insight. And so it is. Amen.
On behalf of the New Thought Media Network, thank you for being with us for this special prayer broadcast. We look forward to being with you again soon, 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Until then, peace and blessings.